What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we have my 2024 rig rundown. If that interests you, then stick around. Oh! All right. Yeah, so it's been a minute. Sorry about that, guys, but I've been redoing this board. I've been traveling for work and stuff like that, so please forgive me. But today I thought I would do my 2024 rig rundown. I'm not currently with a church, and I could expand upon that. So if you want to see that video, let me know. But I'm going to go through my two main basses and then the board that I'm going to be using for the future and stuff like that. So let's get right on into it. So this is my number one, and if you've been around the channel, then you've seen this thing. But if not, hi, welcome. My name is Bray. If you are a worship bass player, or if you're not a worship bass player, if you're just trying to level up your worship bass player's tone and stuff like that, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. I love answering your guys' questions if possible and just getting to chat with you a little bit. So I'll see you down there. But this is my number one. This is a Suhr Guitars Cornerstone bass. This is a custom built bass by a guy out in Minnesota. His name is Jim. He's a retired veteran, and he makes killer instruments. Jim, thank you so much for doing your thing and making these beautiful instruments. So this is a jazz bass body. It has a P pickup in the neck, and then we have this TV Jones Thunderblade pickup in the bridge. It has a P-bass neck, so it's basically a PJ type deal, like a mashup, like a reverse PJ, I guess. We have master volume, master tone, and then we have this switch right here. When it's in the down position, you get the P and the P only, and then when you flip up, you keep the P, so the P is always on, and then you add the Thunderblade, which I think is the sauce, which is what I do 90% of the time. So, yeah, this is a 4-string. We have maple neck, and then his little logo right there. We have Schaller tuners, and, of course, the Mother Mary strap. I run that on everything. Shout out to those guys. If you want a quality strap, check those guys out, linked in the description. So, yeah, this is my number one. Play this 90% of the time. All right, moving on to my number two is this guy. It's kind of sort of a jazz bass. It's pretty much a jazz bass. We have an 18-volt preamp, EMG pickups, and just a whole lot of metal, if I guess that's what you're into. But this thing actually sounds awesome. One of my favorite active basses that I have ever played and owned, I guess. So this started out as this is a Suhr Classic J 4-string with this. I got this on a trade, so I didn't custom order this, but I got this on a trade. Had a white pick guard. I was like, nah, that ain't the move. So I reached out to Suhr. They got me a black pick guard just to match all of the sick black hardware and all that stuff that was already on there. I'm primarily more of a jazz player. I think they're more comfortable. I like the necks. I love the pickups. So I kind of gravitate towards that. I like the body shape and just the comfortability of everything. So this bass is super awesome. My favorite active bass that I've ever owned. Yeah, the neck on this is one of the best necks I have ever felt. Super slick with like a satin finish, and I think it's just gorgeous. So this is, I think, can go either way, so let me know what you guys think. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know. Yeah, so this is the number two. A pretty good horse to have in the stable, if you ask me. Yeah, so if you have any questions on this spec-wise, let me know. I figured I would go all out for this rig rundown. So cable-wise, I'm using these Caulfield Cables. Check these guys out in the comments as well. Heavy duty, custom made, and they look super sick. A little pricey, but definitely worth it if you ask me. Pick wise, yes, I am a pick using bass player. I started out on bass, and I just listened to all of the old heads that were like, all you use is your fingers. All you do is plug straight into an amp. That's all you need. And I was that way for a long time. But then I got a pick and started using it, and now I can't put it down. I use a pick 90% of the time. I love the sound. I love the tone that it produces. When I'm using picks, I'm using Honey picks. These are made by a couple brothers out in North Carolina, and they are super awesome to work with. Love those guys. They can be kind of pricey depending on what material you get. If you want something similar to that, here is a JHS Gravity pick. These are kind of just the same as the Honey picks. I love a thicker pick. So that is basically what I have in my hands all the time. Let's go ahead and go down to the feet. Let's see the board. I did a new board build video a couple weeks ago now. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. I have made a few changes. So this is the most current, most updated version of that board. If you want to see a more in-depth explanation of that, go check that out real quick. But let's go ahead and take a look at this board. All right, so this is what I have at my feet when I am playing. Kind of a lot, kind of heavy if you ask me. But I'll tell you what, this is functional and this is fun. This is a great little board that I put together. This is a Pedaltrain XD18, super cool. It allows you to have 3 rows of pedals, and I love the spacing of it and the size. You can fit a lot of pedals on here while still remaining kind of a small footprint. Not too bad, guys. Okay, so we are going to walk you through this signal chain. I'm going to do my best because all I can see is that tiny screen right there. So, okay, we have the bass. That goes into the first pedal here. This is the Walrus Audio Canvas Tuner. You can do different colors on this guy. You can put pictures on there just like that. And then it has a bass-specific tuning, which I love. So I have it set up that way. So then we go from here into our first effect. This is the Diamond Bass Comp. A little bit of compression for us. After that, we are going to go into the 3-leaf audio Octavbre, you know, that pedal. Super good sounding octave. I also have an OC2, and I love them both. I think they sound very good. But this guy, the 3-leaf one, out for this board. From there, we're going to go jump back up into this middle rung. We're going to hit a Bassboard Classic. This is the EHX Bass Micro Synth. Awesome little pedal. I love having it on the board. Then we're going to go over here to our modulation. We are using the Strymon Mobius. I have a chorus setting in this. And then I have my B setting. My A setting is the chorus. The B setting is right now I'm just kind of messing with it. I think I'm gonna go just 2 different chorus sounds in it, but not sure yet. So from there, we're gonna jump back down to the bottom row and hit our gain section, our drive section, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna start out with the 1981 LVL, super killer on bass. I love this little guy. Next, that's our like first stage boost kind of thing, dirty boost, if you will. Next, we have the Mythos Olympus drive. This thing is super cool, based off of an old classic. And then we go into distortion land. This is the NativeAudio War Pony. The War Pony was a limited edition run based off of the War Party that NativeAudio put out. It's a rat style pedal, super good. I love rats, and I especially love rats on bass, so had to have that. And then finally, to finish off, our gain is a fuzz. This is the NativeAudio Fry Bread Fuzz. This is a newer release from NativeAudio. It sounds really good, and a cool thing that I like about it is they designed it so it could be placed anywhere in the chain. So that's why it's not first. That's why it's not the first thing in my chain. It's just down here, my last gain stage, and I really like it. So nice job, NativeAudio. Okay, so after our gain, we're going to go all the way up and over to the HX Stomp. This, if you know me, you know that I will tell you this is the only piece of gear you need. I don't know how many times you need to hear it, but just go buy an HX Stomp, start with that, and build your rig around it. Honestly, if I only had to have one thing, it would be this, because it can do it all. So what I have set up in here is amp sims. I still have a couple effects from my old board, but I think I'm going to do 3 different style of amps so I could switch between them, or 2 styles of amps, and then the other one for the Suhr, just because it's active. So those settings for that. But the goal is to have 3 different amp sounds or 2 different amp sounds, and then the Suhr amp. And then after that, we're going to go over here to the last thing in the signal chain. This is the Arkham Sound Oracle. It's kind of like a Noble, the cheap man's Noble, if you will. It's not cheap, but it is cheaper than a Noble, that's for sure. These go for about $750, I think, retail. Link in the description. And then they also have a pedalboard friendly version now. But this thing is super cool. It's a tube DI. And then I go straight to front of house from here. So this thing has a lot of cool controls on it. I was skeptical about the tube DI thing. Never really experienced that. I used a color box before I dove into anything like this. But I do have to say that I am a convert. I like the sound that the tube DI produces. So if you want to check that out at about half the price, I guess, of a Noble, check out the Arkham Oracle. Last but certainly not least, honestly, probably the most important thing powering this board is the Fender Engine Room Level 12. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, yeah. Okay. There it is. So the Level 12 is a really cool power supply from Fender. I love what they're doing with the power supplies. It has 12 500 milliamp outputs, and then some are switchable to either 12 or 18 volts. And then also it has an IEC out. I'm actually powering the Oracle off of the engine room as well. These blue things right here, these are Strymon Zuma brackets, I believe, and they fit the engine room just the same as the Strymon stuff. So I have these, and that is how it is attached to the board. So that is the baseboard for 2024. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Let's go ahead and run through a few sounds. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching my rig rundown. Super happy to be able to use this board, use these basses this year. And yeah, it's just going to be a good year, and I hope you guys are feeling the same. If you guys have any questions about the basses, about the board, whatever, go ahead and leave those down in the comment. I will get to them ASAP. Thank you guys so much for trusting the process and helping this channel grow. I really couldn't do it without you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Anything you see today, I'm going to do my best to link in the description below. So if you want to check those out for yourselves, go ahead and head down there. I don't have any affiliate or anything like that, so don't be afraid to hit those links. I won't make $1 off of anything. This video is also not sponsored. I bought all of this with my own money. Pray for my wallet, please. All right, so I think we can wrap this one up. I love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace. What's